Hi guys, we're back again for another monthly braces updates. But before we dive into the update for this month, I recently uploaded a video on the updates of my premolar extraction that was done 2 years ago. So if you think that video would be helpful for you, then you might want to click the link above, and which I'm gonna link also in the description box. So for this month's update, we are just going to talk about two major things that I observed and which was also discussed with my orthodontist. The two major points that I'm gonna share today are first, the gaps in between my teeth, which I think I've been repeatedly share with you guys during my monthly braces adjustments for the past months. But we're going to talk or share with you the gaps, the pace, and the movement of my teeth. And for the second one is the possibility of having my upper wisdom teeth to be extracted. So those are the two points that I'm going to share with you today. So if you want to know more, then keep watching. So let's start first with the gaps. So if you've been watching my monthly braces updates, you know that we are undergoing the closing of the gaps where my premolars were before, and we are focusing more at the lower jaw because that is the goal, is to close the gap first at the lower jaw, then later on, if those are closed, we move on to the upper jaw. The gap between the teeth are small now, so it's kind of weird also because unlike other patients, or like usually when you close the gaps in both on both sides, it should be like similar, or the pace should be the same, but obviously it's not. That in that case happens all the time. But what happened to my case is that the right side has, I think, like faster movement compared to the left side. Yeah. So if you're gonna look at the photo that I'm gonna show to you, you'll see that the right side is more, or like the progress is faster compared here at the left side. And also at the upper jaw, although there's still a movement with it, but it's not as fast as the lower jaw, because I think the upper jaw is just dependent on the movement of the lower jaw. So yeah, that's one of the major things that we are prioritizing as of the moment during my treatment. So, one thing that made her decide to perform a 3D x ray of my teeth, or the status of my jaw, was she saw that my wisdom teeth, specifically the upper wisdom teeth, are somehow blocking or stopping the movement of my lower teeth. And I think that is one of the reasons why the movement is too slow than the usual. Just a quick backstory of my orthodontic treatment or journey. This is my second time doing my braces, and the first time that I had my treatment was my dentist at that time extracted my two impacted wisdom teeth at the lower jaw. And she removed those two wisdom teeth at the bottom without removing the upper wisdom teeth, because she has this, idea, or like something, a mantra, which is, I think, also most of the dentists in general, is we have to save the healthy teeth, right? Since she did not remove the upper wisdom teeth, what happened was the upper wisdom teeth went all the way down because it has nothing to bump into at the lower jaw. So, okay, how am I gonna explain this? So, for example, this is your tooth at the lower jaw, specifically the molar, and then we have another molar here at the upper jaw. So what that means is, if we have both of these teeth, they're gonna just balance each other, right? So they're gonna hit each other, which maintains the level of both teeth. Now what happened was she extracted the lower molars, which is the wisdom teeth, and then just preserving the upper wisdom teeth. And so what happened was, since these teeth, whatever, is not there. So what happens with the upper tooth or the molar is, since it doesn't have any stopper here at the bottom, it's gonna go all the way down. So what it would look like is, if this this is the molar and this is the upper molar, and then there's a neighboring tooth, right? So it's probably gonna be here. So what happens if this teeth or tooth is missing, then this wisdom tooth here is gonna go down. It's gonna go down there. So what happened was, this tooth stopped, became like a stopper for my molars at the lower jaw to move backwards. To give you a better picture of the result of my 3D x-ray, I am going to share with you the results that I got from the clinic, and I'm going to show you the video. Now you can see that this is how my jaw and teeth looks like. So if you're gonna look at it, there you'll see a full angle on all sides of my jaw, which is kind of weird because I feel like I'm sharing my soul with you guys. So using my bone there and my teeth, there's still a little bit of spaces in between the tooth. And also, as we turn around with the 3D result, you'll also see the TADs I have there. So I do have two TADs, the temporary anchorage devices installed both at the upper jaw, which is the left and the right. So you'll see it there. And then, looks funny, right? And then you'll see that there are spaces where my premolars were located before. But the main thing, or the main reason why I show you these results of my 3D x-ray is, when you look at the back, you will see here in this angle that the upper wisdom teeth is actually blocking the lower molars that I have. And my orthodontist said that that's probably the reason why it takes slow for my teeth to move, especially at the lower jaw. Also, you probably noticed that my incisors, especially at the upper jaw, they are quite protruded. They're quite a bit angled and forward than the usual, and that is one of the reasons why my teeth were flared. And we also still need to address that issue right now. But basically, the main thing that we are trying to solve first is the issue with the lower jaw. And so, given all of this, one of the things that my orthodontist come up with a solution is extracting the upper wisdom teeth. So, by extraction, hopefully that will allow the teeth to move freely than the usual. So aside from the extraction, we also have another concern, which is here at the upper jaw at the right side, because I do have a root canal teeth there, and I think that root canal teeth also contributes to the pace of my teeth, because a root canal tooth, rather, I said teeth a while ago. So that root canal tooth is just there and it's stationary. It's not moving. So I think that's also one of the reasons why it's difficult for my teeth to move. And my orthodontist is thinking if we should just remove the wisdom tooth or the root canal tooth here at the right side. So there's still a lot that we need to dive into and assess what could be the best thing to do with my case. So, given all of this that I've shared with you guys, I tried to ask myself, what did I learn from all of this that happened to me? And maybe something that you can learn about is, please take care of your teeth when you're young. And don't just extract your teeth without ever analyzing what could probably happen after. Because I think it would have been better if, since she removed the lower impacted teeth, she should just have the upper wisdom teeth to be included in the extraction. Because I think that's the reason why the treatment takes too long. And also, one of the major things I've learned is that once you extract tooth, everything just, it's like a domino effect. If you're gonna remove one, it's gonna affect all the other teeth, and of course, I mean your whole jaw. It will affect your mouth, because if one is removed, then everyone will have to move anywhere. It's gonna move either in different sideways movement or up and down movement. I don't know. But yeah, I think the health of our teeth is actually one of the major things that people and children should really have to look at, and parents should always have an idea of how important the health of the teeth of their children. I mean, like, we, in my case, we do not have that resources to take care of our teeth. And I think that's the reason why right now I have to undergo all of this and pay for all the wasted time that should have been done before when I was a kid. But of course, I don't have the luxury of having my teeth fixed at that time. But yeah, I think it is just something that everyone can learn from, is to take care of their teeth at a very young age, because eventually you'll have to pay it off once you become an adult or later in older age. All right, guys, so that's the updates for this month's braces adjustments. So I hope you learned something from this video. And if you're new here and you want to track my progress, then you might want to subscribe. And also, if you have questions or if there's something that you'd like to share with me with your orthodontic treatment, then you can comment down below, because I also like and I love to read the comments that people are also undergoing their treatment and how their maybe extractions go well or not, because at least it gives us like a small community talking about races, because that's what we love. And so yeah, so I think that's it, and maybe I'll see you on my next video and next month's updates.